Hey everyone, I just wanted to give y'all a brief update. I got my MRI results online, and I had in the last MRI a bunch of lesions in my brain. This new one that I had done, is not showing any new ones. A lot of the ones that were there are decreased in size, barely visible. There are two that are still a pretty good size. Basically, they haven't decreased in size at all. There was something new on the report, something about decrease, some big words, and then sinus in there. She's laughing. I don't know what it is. I'm going to ask the doctor about it. But I have been having some problems with being able to breathe through my nose really good, and I've been having some problems with dizzy spells and migraines here lately. So I'm going to ask, maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know if that's related to my MS. But I just wanted to give y'all that little bit of an update, and I wanted to show y'all. There is Jasper. He is going to be 8 weeks old tomorrow, and he is growing really fast. He's about 8 pounds now. I already have his next vet appointment ready. He is healthy as a horse and is playful with my other dogs and is just enjoying everything. He's already learning his name, and he's already learning how to come when called and to sit and lay down. So he's progressing pretty good. For the first couple weeks, he wasn't really interested in treats so much, so it was kind of hard to try to teach him anything then. But now he's interested in the treats. He's interested in walking around. He's gotten himself real comfortable, so training is becoming a little bit more easy because he has that interest now. He's quite tired now because he spent about 3 hours this morning chasing my daughter's wolfhound through the house. And so that was kind of fun for him. I just wanted to give you all that little bit of an update. As soon as I find out and talk to the doctor about that new thing on my MRI, I will let y'all know what she says. I don't have an appointment with her until the end of this month. Sorry, I almost choked. Me and my husband are going to make a list of things to talk to the neurologist about, because I have been having some slow decline in the way my bladder and bowels are working, and so I need to talk to her about that. And going to talk to her about, she only ordered MRI on my brain, so I have lesions on my spinal cord too, so I don't know why she didn't do it for my spinal cord too, to see if maybe there was any new lesions there. It didn't show any new lesions in my brain, but that doesn't rule out my spinal cord, so I'm going to ask her, why we haven't done one of the spinal cord too, since there's been lesions there. I did have, my dizzy spells are pretty bad. I scared my daughter pretty bad at the store a couple weeks ago. We went and I bent down like halfway down the shelf. I can't bend all the way over, but I bent down, maybe 1 or 2 shelves to bend over and look at a label. And I hurried up and closed my eyes, and I grabbed the shelf, and as soon as I did that, my daughter said, "Mom," and ran behind me. She said it almost looked like I had passed out and walk back up before I hit the ground, but that's not the case. I didn't pass out. I just had a really bad dizzy spell. Because my MS has affected my eyes so badly, my pupil in one eye doesn't dilate correctly. So I close my eyes when I have a dizzy spell to try to get myself back together. And that's what I had done. I'd closed my eyes. I grabbed the shelf and I said, "Woo." And she said, that's when she ran around me and said, "Mom," and put her hands on my back to try to keep me standing up. And I feel like I have to sneeze. Okay. And she hadn't realized that my dizzy spells had gotten that bad, and she said, "I better get that checked, talk to the doctor about it," because that time it really scared her. So I will give y'all an update on that. If y'all, I know that there's people that have MS that watch my videos, and even people that don't have MS that are just curious about what it does. If you have any questions about the kind of symptoms that I have, or I'm going through, or if I'm going through a certain symptom, you can leave it in the comments. I do reply to my comments. I try to reply to everybody. I've been pretty good at it so far. But if you want to leave a comment down below, asking me, what symptoms I have, do I go through this, is this, is this something I go through? I think that the MS community needs to come together and ask each other questions, because I understand that the things that I do to try to help my symptoms or to try to minimize my symptoms may not work for everybody, but leaning on each other and trying other people's methods of helping a symptom is the only way that we're going to all find a way to help our own symptoms. If that makes any sense. Probably not, but I gave it my best go. My daughter's laughing at me. I'm gonna go ahead and go. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you want to see a video on a certain topic about the disorder or the disease, leave them down below. If you're new here, subscribe, and I will see y'all again next time. Bye.